Welcome back. My guest is a 5-time NBA champion and a 2-time NBA Finals MVP. He's also my longtime teammate and friend. Kobe Bryant joins me here in the studio. Kobe Jelly Bean Bryant, a.k.a. Black Mamba, a.k.a. best closer in the game, a.k.a. 5-time champion. What's happening?
Just chilling, man. Just hanging out, you know, in the summer. Just, you know, recharging the batteries a little bit.
Right. How does it feel? I mean, I know we've talked before, but winning Game 7 on the Staples Center floor against the Celtics to get the 5th ring. Yeah. Break it down, please.
You know, I mean, it's just, you can't explain it. You can't put it into words. You know, when you know, I run into people on the street throughout the summertime, they always ask me about that. Like, what did it feel like? You can't find the words to describe the level of excitement and enjoyment, you know, winning it at home, you know, against the Celtics.
Against
them. It was just...
I mean, that night, I remember we wanted it so bad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And as a team, we struggled early. We didn't shoot the ball well. Yeah. And finally, in that 4th quarter, we were able to get it together. I knocked down a shot. You knocked down a shot. Make some closing free throws. Early on, what were you thinking? How were you feeling about the struggles?
It was just like every time we got close, and then it slips. You know, kept slipping away from us. We kept knocking on the door, kept slipping away. Kept knocking on the door, kept slipping away. And it's just like, no, we have to do it. And I remember we had a conversation in the timeout towards the end of the game when we finally got to that door again. And it was like, no, now is the time. Now is the time. We can't let them slip away now. We battled all the way back. We got back into striking position. Now it's time we go through that door. You know, and that's, you know, you hit that big 3. You know, I hit a little pull-up too, and, you know, Ron obviously made that huge shot. And, you know, Sasha came in and dolled up the eyebrows and fixed the hair and knocked down a couple clutch free throws, and then the rest is history.
Yeah, when you knocked down the pull-up too, I knew we had it locked at that moment.
Dude, you know what, man? I had to make one shot. You know what I mean? So, like, when we talked about running that sequence at the timeout, I said, okay, you know what? I've been playing like crap all night long. Least I could do is make one shot. I just got to make one.
I knew you was going to make more than one. But, so speaking of Boston, since we're talking about the Celtics, just the other day, Doc Rivers, head coach of the Boston Celtics, I want to read you a little something that he said.
Okay, all right.
And I quote here. They, referring to us, you and I, the Lakers, still have not beaten our starting 5. Our starting 5 versus the Lakers starting 5 has a ring. What are your thoughts about these comments?
You know what? I don't really get caught up in the emotion of it too much. I think just the facts of it are wrong because, you know, in 08 we didn't have Drew or Trevor. So in that sense of, you know, what happened in 08, that wasn't our starting 5 either. So I mean, just on its face, it's not accurate.
I have more opinions, but you know, we're on the show. You know, I'll keep it moving here. Next thing I wanted to talk to you about, all the movement in the offseason, so many players changing teams, you know, re-signing with their teams to try to build dynasties and whatnot. LeBron James, your overall thoughts about not just him leaving Cleveland, but the process, what you thought about the process. Would you ever see yourself, you know, having been a free agent, making the similar decision that a lot of people really want to know because they know you've been there before?
Yeah, it's I keep my opinion of it extremely simple. And what I mean by that is I know him. We've played together on the Olympic team. You know, he's a friend. So I'm happy for him. You know, in terms of everything that kind of came out of that from the city of Cleveland or what have you, I don't take any part of that. You know, I'm happy for him because he seems to be happy with his decision. I'm happy for D-Wade for the situations that they have and Chris Bosh. So everything else I leave to, you know, for them to decide. But for me personally, you know, I'm happy for him.
Right. Could you see yourself, and not even now because we know you're extended till 2014, but when you were a free agent, when you had those choices, and being a free agent in pro sports is a tough spot to be in, so to speak.
Extremely.
You had choices. You could have left. You know, could you have seen yourself at that time, if you hadn't won a ring, you're 7 years in, you're not sure if the team you're on can win it, would you have made a decision to go join up with somebody else and try and win it?
Well, I mean, it's my answer is, you know my answer. My answer is no. But, you know, people will take that as, well, what do you feel about LeBron doing that thing? You see what I'm saying? And take it as a knock towards him, and it shouldn't be that way.
Because you guys are not the same. You're Kobe.
No, we're different.
He's LeBron.
We're different. You know, he's a different person than I am. I mean, you can take that as a positive or a negative. I'm as stubborn as a mule. So, you know what I mean? Right. So it cuts both ways.
Yeah, but these aren't things that you haven't said before. So, you know, like you said, people will spin it however they want. Sure. But with those changes, with those guys joining up, some people feel they'll be the team to beat. Mm-hmm. I mean, obviously, I know the answer to the question I'm going to ask you, but who do you feel like is the team to beat in the NBA?
We are, man. You know, those are just facts. You know, we just won the championship, and until we get the throne, you know, we're still the team to beat. You know, as a kid in high school, and you know, you look at what they've been able to assemble. Basically form Voltron. That's just what they've done. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So if you're a kid or you're a fan and you're looking at that, you're going to say,
right. So in the East,
understandable.
In the East, when you think about big fella going to Boston, for example, you know, and Jermaine O'Neal joining up, and you know them re-signing Paul Pierce and Ray Allen. In the East, is Miami that clear-cut of a favorite?
Nah, you know, because we know the game, because we play against these teams. You know, we know how great Boston is. We know the potential that Orlando has. And, you know, Dwight's, you know, sitting back, recharging, and working hard as well. So you can't say that they're clear-cut in the East, as you can't say that we're clear-cut in the West. Are we the team to beat? Yeah. Does that mean we'll come out the West? No, it doesn't. You know, because we have so much work to do from, you know, September on through the rest of the season.
Right. So I know I said big fella earlier.
Yeah.
So that everybody understands, that means Shaq. We know that. Your thoughts about him going to Boston, and even in a larger perspective, the multiple changes in teams, you know, at the latter part of his career, because he's one of the best, and most dominant bigs to ever play. And what do you think about the changes, you know, in recent years?
Well, I mean, it happens. It's part of, you know, it's just part of the evolution of a player. And you reach that point in your career and your game changes, but your contribution to the team, whoever team that you're on, can still be a great contribution in terms of helping them get over the hump or helping them to get that championship. So is he the same player as he once was? No, he's not. But can he still contribute and be an integral part of a team's success? He can.
Final note here. Talking about Shaq, futures, changes. Let's talk about your future. Myself, everybody wants to know. I signed a 3-year contract for a reason, because somebody I'm sitting next to signed until 2014.
Right.
You finishing that on out? How many more rings? You one away from tying Michael Jordan. There's a lot of different aspects to you signing until 2014.
Well, yeah, you know, we just take it year by year. In terms of winning championships, we've been very, very fortunate. We're very lucky to come from 96 to where we are now. You know what I mean? And I'm definitely not playing for another team. You know, it's hard to say, you know, 100%, but 99.9999% sure that I'll be finishing out my career with the Los Angeles Lakers, which, you know, I'm happy about that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I seriously, my friend, like, appreciate you stopping by to chop it up with us. Give everybody the view of where you are, where the team is going, and I know you've been enjoying the downtown with the family, man. Thank you very much.
As you notice, the shorts. This is straight backyard right here.
All good. When we come back, we'll have more in the forum. Don't go anywhere.